McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Jalen Richard now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
The years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr on the bootleg. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The return is Renfro. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Carr now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for the Raiders.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And he gets it down to the 32.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 32 yards for Joe Mixon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Richard on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold. Here's 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Carr. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now we'll throw here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
First down, here's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And the Bengals are going to be one.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Richard on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Man open, here is Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you...
Under pressure, they got him again. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ooh, the juke. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Dance into it. Now Burrow loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Running it with Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Carr. And he'll be taken down. 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr, he's going to rifle one deep left side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, Carr. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But
and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Jalen Richard going to take it out of his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that...
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Carlson on for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 79 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. So this one in the win column.